So now I'll try to do a bit more with the mouth and the nose. I think the nose is relatively well positioned. So I will just do a bit more detailing here so that the shape corresponds better to the actual shape of the nose. We can see that her face is turned just a bit to the side, and you can see that this temple is somewhat less visible than this one. So it's a natural position, not really something that is usual for drawing. It's not the front, it's not 3/4, it's not profile, it's something in between full front and 3/4, which I really like. So I think as far as the nose goes, if you're drawing a young person, they would have this bit of a shade across the nose, and it's one of the things that makes, in my experience, someone look young, youthful, babyish even. So we'll just put this in, and you can see. Another thing that will make this face look youthful is to add volume in the cheeks. But what I have understood is that most of what we see as age in a face is related to the size and the distance of the features, especially the eyes, because what I've understood is the eyeballs kind of retain the same size throughout our lives, and then our face grows around them. So if you can see someone with very big irises compared to the overall shape of the part of the skull where the eyes are, that's a child or someone young. And also our noses and ears keep growing throughout our lives, so a small nose is also indicative of a child. I have to say that this looks much more like her right now, and I'm not really trying to copy the reference photo 100%. Sometimes I do not see much resemblance between these two faces, but when I cover this, I can recognize the person I'm trying to draw. So it does not have to be perfect at any point in time, and that was very difficult to learn and accept. But I have with time, and as I said, I'm having fun determining what is wrong at any step and then trying to correct it. That was not, again, an easy task for me. I really wanted to be able to do this right from the first attempt, from the get-go, and then I would get frustrated if I didn't. But then the question that appears is always, oh, I haven't gotten this right. Will I ever get it right? Will this ever be good enough would it ever be good? And the answer to that question is, who cares? Maybe it won't. But why are you doing this? I mean, who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to prove something to someone? Well, you shouldn't really. The only way to do this is to have fun doing it. And if you're not, you should do something else. Because it's really not about the result. Of course, if you want to make this drawing for someone special, for a special occasion, and I understand you want to get it right. And then, as I said, you should take the old, boring, secure way of doing it with a grid. So, you can notice here that it's very, very important to have this tiny downturn in the corner of the mouth, because she's smiling. It's not a big smile, but it's a smile. But in order to make her smile not look like a joker smile, you need to have this tiny downturn, and that makes this smile genuine and warm and bright. For the likeness part, it's also very important to do this little shade here, and you can notice that when you look at facial recognition algorithms, they would identify specific points in a face, distance between the eyes and other features, but also these 2 points are very important as well, and they're taken into account in that software. You can see that now I have more likeness when I've added some kind of a shading that gives her face fullness, and she has these very specific temple bones here. So here we go. And I think right now is the right time to switch from my number 2 pencil, which I use for basic sketching, to my number 4 pencil, which actually slides on this paper much better, nicer, and gives me more even shading and makes it possible to do hair. So I will now make a break again and see you in the next one.